All right. Well, I'm going to make this video, give my opinion and hypothesis on what I think is going on with Ken Roczen. And I do want to say that my memes and my jokes have not been for the purpose of being demeaning or disgrunting anything that he's accomplished up to this point. His resume is unprecedented, and the first time I met him, he was 16 years old. I was at a private track. I was in America for the MX Nations, and I've been jealous of him ever since. He's one of my favorite riders. I wish him the best. He has already nailed down the comeback story, and I want to know what you guys think, if what I'm about to say makes any sense whatsoever, because I'd love to see him beat Tomac and win the damn championship. So the first myth going around is he's got altitude sickness. And altitude sickness symptoms usually happen within hours after arriving at high altitude. So round one, he was probably there for 3-4 days. Usually before the race starts, even Wednesday or Sunday, they were there beforehand. So you wouldn't think that that would have affected him that much, considering he made it through the whole 20-minute main event, finishing third, and symptoms happen within hours: headache, nausea, shortness of breath, inability to exercise, and they are usually resolved in 1 to 3 days. And then just hypothetically, let's say he wasn't getting any attention whatsoever or oxygen. Yeah, with WADA and USADA, they shouldn't be taking oxygen, but I'm sort of on the fence that in the semis, they're doing all sorts of stuff that they shouldn't be doing.
I call it the plague, and it's not good.
But it would be a good excuse if you got caught with some of the drugs that are given to people that have altitude sickness, like diuretics, try to get water out of the body, sort of a masking drug for, what's below it? Steroids, human growth hormone, EPO. Let's think about this. So here's another compelling argument. So we have the elevation of Rice-Eccles Stadium at 4,637 feet. Probably thinking, man, that's pretty high. Well, what is a national that Roczen does really, really well at that's higher than Rice-Eccles Stadium? Well, I'll tell you, it's my home national, Thunder Valley. That's located at a whopping 6,000 feet. If you don't know, a mile is 5,280 feet, so it's over a mile high. And what's interesting is Roczen's always been exceptional at this track. Last year, round 3 of 12, he went 1-2 for the overall. So, if you guys know motocross, he did 2 motos that were 30 minutes long plus 2. So, around 35 minutes each, and he was still able to win the overall. So that one's out the window. The next one is asthma. Ken Roczen can't breathe because he's got adult onset asthma. And who are those individuals that are more apt to get adult onset asthma after age 20? Well, it's women. Women who have hormone changes, such as those who are pregnant and who are experiencing menopause. Let's ask yourself this question. Is Roczen experiencing menopause? I don't think so. You know, my trainer used to say that my vagina was bleeding, but that was a completely different issue than being pregnant or having menopause. And guys, just disclaimer here, I'm no doctor. I'm just putting stuff together, and then I want you guys to decide what you think. We'll make a little poll to see what's going on here. But what's interesting, women who take estrogen following menopause for 10 years or longer, does that mean taking estrogen makes you more apt for asthma? Because I know I had to take estrogen blockers because some of the substances that I was taking would make my estrogen levels go up. Just throwing it out there. So I think we've debunked 2 possible causes. Well, let's go on with number 3, Epstein-Barr. This has been highly speculative during the 2019 season into the outdoors because he was having a hard time finishing strong. So let's go into Epstein-Barr. It's part of the herpes family. You get it from saliva, and it causes fatigue. A lot of people like to call it mono, which sort of is the kissing disease. But symptoms usually go away within several weeks to months, and with the Supercross break, I don't really think that this has been his issue. But again, I want to know what you guys think in the comments below. Does this have anything to do with maybe some weird adverse effect of potentially drug use, or he just has asthma or has Epstein-Barr? Let me know. I want to know. Let's converse. Let's banter. I'm moving on. Interesting enough, Ken Roczen came out at the beginning of the Supercross series and said that it's behind him. It's not going to affect him. Riders don't lie. You know, Jeremy Martin, what just happened with... Anyway, these guys don't lie. They don't keep secrets. Why would they keep secrets? I don't know. Millions of dollars at stake? Nah, can't be it. No. Never. No. So now that I've gone over some probable cause, let me give you my opinion. So from somebody that, I didn't have mono, but I got rhabdo from overtraining, and I do have asthma. And I've been seeing some stuff that rhabdomyolysis is a little bit like mono. Again, not a doctor here, just a professional shit stirrer. But I can tell you, when I did have that stuff or was experience it, I could ride maybe 20 seconds, maybe one lap before falling on my ass and feeling like a ton of bricks just hit me in the face. And what Roczen's been able to do is have some of the fastest laps, particularly at the last race, the fastest lap of the main event before falling on his ass. So, don't think it's got anything to do with asthma, rhabdo, Epstein-Barr, mono, altitude sickness. So you're probably going, Johnny, give me the goods. What is it? Well, let me continue with some of my research so that I can better convince you that it might actually be something as simple as what I'm going to tell you. So round 14 of the Supercross Championship, we have Roczen with the fastest lap time, lap 3. And Webb's fastest lap time was lap 3. Tomac's fastest lap time was lap 6. But what happens to Roczen? He doesn't completely just fall off like somebody that would be suffering altitude sickness or any of the other diagnoses that I've talked about. It was just a slow, sort of steady, hey, I can't ride at 110% anymore. I got to go back to 75, 80%. And his lap times were extremely respectable. He just, right around 10 minutes, can't get the job done. Something happens around that time frame. So let's go back to Lakewood of last year when he won. And let's look at his lap times. Fastest lap, lap 5. And then what happened? He's right around the 10-minute mark. Starts slowing down until the last couple laps, he's 6 seconds slower than what some of his fastest lap times were. So now I put the lap times from 2016, the last time Roczen won pre-injury at Lakewood. Same track, still at 6,000 elevation, but this was him on a Suzuki when he didn't have any arm injuries. And look at his lap times. He gets faster. That's ridiculous. So I'm just going to straight up and say it. Everything that he has been through, I believe it has something to do with his 13 surgeries on his arm and the compartment syndrome.
Developed compartment syndrome in his left forearm. Compartment syndrome is a condition where bleeding and swelling within a particular muscular compartment are severe enough to raise the pressure in that compartment to a value that is higher than the pressure of the blood that is perfusing that compartment. That basically means that the compartment is so tight that blood can't get in.
He's got arm pump. He's getting arm pump. It's something, he's been cut open a lot, something difficult that he's struggling with. He's good from 10 minutes, but anything other than that, he can't ride the motorcycle to the ability that he knows how, or his fitness. He just can't hang on. Not to mention when he ran into Webb and messed up his good arm.
Roczen's right hand was sucked between the swing arm and the spinning rear tire. Metacarpal fractures, a carpal metacarpal dislocation, articular injuries of the metacarpals and his right thumb, and a comminuted fracture of one of the carpal bones of the wrist. Yeah, that sounds pretty terrible.
So between everything he's done with his left arm and then his right hand kind of slash arm, I think he's having a hard time holding onto the bike. I don't think it's any of these other things that everyone is talking about. I don't know why more people aren't talking about this. I don't know why he potentially might not be as open for this, because if you're going to tell your competition, hey, I'm only good for about 10 minutes because I don't have the strength to hold on, is that going to get into adversely affect your performance and everyone thinking that they can beat you? Because we all saw it once Dungy could finally beat Stewart. It was game over. Stewart, not to mention with the whole Adderall thing, once he couldn't use Adderall. If it was really even Adderall, he couldn't really get on his feet. Outside looking in, I'm not close to Stewart whatsoever, so completely speculating there. And I'm also speculating here with Roczen. Just being a rider and being through some of the things, not obviously his injuries, but the other symptoms, I've come to this conclusion, and I want to know what you guys think. Join the conversation. What do you think's going on with Roczen? I want to see this guy win a Supercross championship before he retires. He's already won the races, and he's having a little baby on the way. I know him and his wife are probably talking about retirement. Hopefully he's been good with his money. And you know damn well that she's thinking, hey, this thing is way too dangerous. I want you to be around for my kid. You've already gotten super hurt. What's next? And he is only 26. You would say he's in his prime, but because of his injuries. Anyway, if you like this video, think it was good, you want to see more stuff like it, please like it, maybe dislike it. Do your business in the comments below, and I will see you there. This is Johnny. It was a wop, not a brop.